Hey everybody, back for the last installment of the 2016 year-end pickups. Um, yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. First off, I got this hardcover Spider-Man Kraven's Last Hunt book. It's a hardcover book. I think it was printed in the late 80s. Just something I'd never seen before, so I picked it up for I think 15 bucks. This box is probably going to take a while to go through. There's no slabs or anything. It's just all raw books. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I think I'll just grab a handful this time and make it a little easier to work my way through. Okay, first up is Action Comics number 334. It's an 80-page giant issue. Next up is a mid to higher grade copy of Action 340. I think you saw one of these in my last video, but this one's a little bit nicer. Here is a Amazing Spider-Man number 23. I've had this book for probably over 5-6 years now. Unfortunately, it is missing a page or an ad page. When I bought it, I didn't know that, so always make sure you do your page counts when you buy your books. Next up is another Spider-Man 55. Here's a 102. We have 107. There's a 120. Another 135. Got this one for 5 bucks. That's a great deal. I think we've got quite a few more Spideys here. Nope, just one more. Here's 136. Now we go into Aquaman. Here's another issue 11. This one is a lot higher grade than the previous one I showed you guys. First Mara here. Yeah, this is probably $200 book at least, maybe $300. Possibly worth getting graded, so I might just do that. Here's an Avengers 23, just a common issue, but it's about a 7.0, higher grade. Here's a 110 with the classic X-Men Magneto cover here. Here's Avengers 144, first Hellcat. This one is a little more valuable than some of these other Bronze Age Avengers. Next up I have 4 copies of 195. I've talked to you guys about this issue before, but this one is the first Taskmaster. I know, I think it's 196 that actually has him on the cover, and that one tends to be worth more, but this one actually has him on the last page in it's a big full splash page of the Taskmaster, so I think 195 should be maybe not as valuable, but almost as valuable as 196. Here's a 223, of course, you know, the infamous Hawkeye with Ant-Man on his arrow. That was in the most recent Captain America movie. Or no, was it Captain? Yeah, I guess it was Captain America. Here's Baffling Mysteries, just a Golden Age horror book here. Well, maybe not horror, but nice Golden Age book. Now we got some Batmans. Here's number 200. 249 high grade. Some giant size books here. We have issue 254 and 258. Here's a cool villains cover here. It's Batman 291. Now we have a really high grade copy of 404. This is the Frank Miller Year 1 story. Couple copies of Black Panther number 1. This copy is really stunning. Like, the colors are extremely sharp on it. It's again one of those books that has just one tiny defect that keep it from, you know, 9.0 plus range. There's a lower grade copy, well, it's mid grade, but another copy of Black Panther number 1. Here is Brave and the Bold number 57. I think this is the first Metamorpho. There's that one. The classic Captain America 241 cover with the Punisher. Now we've got some more Captain Marvels. Here's number 1. Now back to the Jim Starlin issues. Here's 25, 27, 28, another 28, 29, 29 again, and last one, 32. I think the Starlin Captain Marvels have a lot of room to grow price-wise, especially if, you know, you have Captain Marvel or similar characters appearing in the movies and cosmic storylines and whatnot. Next up, we have a copy of Civil War #1. Obviously, you know, the significance of this issue. The movie just came out a little while ago. This book went up in value. I had a whole bunch of Civil Wars. Actually, I bought like 20 copies of one of the issues. Unfortunately, not issue 1, but back maybe, you know, 7 or 8 years ago, after the storyline came out, but before any of the movie stuff. I kind of wish that I had dug them out and sold them sooner, because I think they're, you know, not as popular now that the movie's over, but that's a good issue. Next up, nothing special here, just some lower grade early Daredevils, starting out with 11, 14, 18 Gladiator, first Gladiator, 21 and 22, and that's it for that. Next up we have DC Comics Presents number 49. I've got 3 copies of this book. I love the cover, you know, Superman, Shazam versus Black Adam. I do want to read this issue. I haven't read it yet, but it just looks like a cool battle, and I'd love to see that battle. I know there was some animated TV show that had that battle, but yeah, really cool issue. This one's not worth too much, but just a classic one there. Next up we have DC 100-page Super Spectacular number 4. Don't know the total significance of this one, other than it's hard to find in high grade. It's a horror issue. Yeah, has some significance, but bought this one for $5. It's should be worth, you know, 30 plus range, even in low grade. Moving back into some Deadpools now. Here's an issue 1. I think this is another book that has a lot of moisture damage, but if it were pressed, it'd be worth, you know, 50 plus. There's another number 2. I think after that I have 3 copies of this. So 1, 2, yeah, 3 copies of number 11. Oops. This is the you know, AF-15 kind of rip-off cover. It's one of the more expensive issues of the run. It's a larger size issue as well. Just a cool book to have. Then the last Deadpool issue in this box is the first annual here, first or second annual. This one, I have another one of these that I'm sending off to CGC, hoping to get a 9.8 on it. This one's probably, you know, 9.2 range. I'm going to move the camera a little closer now. There we go. Alright, next up is Detective Comics number 149. So there's an interesting story behind this book. This is actually only a cover. Like, it's the front and back covers. Spine's a little bit chewed up a little bit, but otherwise the page quality is okay on it. So a couple months ago I bought a Detective Comics number 149, and the seller described it online as like having 2 covers or something like that, and it was pretty cheap, so I just snagged it up right away, and it ended up being a double cover. This is the outer cover, and it was detached from the book, so I wasn't 100% sure what to do with it. Just to send it off to CGC and leave the outer cover off or on. So still not 100% certain what I'm going to do. I think I'll just leave the outer cover off because it is detached. The interior cover, the book looks pretty nice. Does have a little bit of a spine roll, but just kind of cool to see, because you rarely see Golden Age double covers, so kind of cool. Here is Detective 407. Here's 414. And just a couple other copies of, it looks like multiple copies of books in the 400 range. Here's Fantasy Masterpieces #1. Oh yeah, these I picked up at a convention last year, last summer. Some really high-grade Flash issues. We've got 135. I think this is the first new Kid Flash costume as well. Here's 141. 142 with the Trickster there. And finally 143 with the Green Lantern. So yeah, I protected these a little bit more because they're pretty nice copies. Next up is nice higher grade copy of Forever People #1. These sell quick at the right price. First, I consider this the first real Darkseid. Other people might say Jimmy Olsen 134, but it was just his face in like a TV screen. This one has his kind of full body in it, so good key issue here. Here is Hulk 105. I love that cover. Just awesome. Rising up. A couple other Hulks here. Here's 140. Then we have 161 with the Beast. And 178 with Warlock. We'll move on to some Iron Mans. Here's number 19. 54, First Moondragon. This book's gone up in value. I think I've talked about this one before, but nice key issue. Next up, we have 2 copies of Marvel Premiere 19. Key Iron Fist character appearance, I guess, in there. We have Marvel Presents #3. Here's cool Guardians of the Galaxy cover. Guardians of the Galaxy stories start in Marvel Presents #3. Here's Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars #8. Of course, the first black costume there. Next up is another book that I was contemplating getting CGC'd. Miss Marvel 18, first full Mystique, I think. This book's pretty solid. It's 8.5, 9.0. I think that's just like right on the boundary of what the minimum I would consider getting CGC'd, so we'll see what happens. Here's a New Gods #1. Here's a new Teen Titans #1. Also #2. Showed you guys in my other video that I bought one of these for like $3. It might have been at the same store. I got one for $40, and then the nicer one, which is the one with the $3 price tag on it, I got that one for $3. This one $40, so kind of funny. I think they have this one in their showcase, and then the other one just in a regular box hidden. Next up is Tales of the Teen Titans #44. I think this is the first Nightwing there. Now we have a very high grade copy of the Punisher Limited Series #1. Here's a cool book. Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. This is the first print from either 95 or 96. Forgot which year it is. But cool story in here, kills the Marvel Universe basically. More copies of Shazam #1. Like I told you, I found a whole bunch of these in a collection that I bought. All high grade. Here is Shazam #25 with first Isis, I think. Next up we have a little run of Silver Surfers. Here's number 5. Number 11. I love these Silver Surfer issues here. 13. There's 15. And last one is 18. Alright, next up we have Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 64. This one is significant because it's the first Cloak and Dagger. This book kind of is one of those that was a hidden key. And then, you know, Cloak and Dagger, some discussions going on around them or something, but it's gone up in value. Here we have Suicide Squad #1. This one has a pretty big spine roll on it. Well, maybe not a spine roll, but let's see if you can see that. It needs to be pressed basically along the spine, so as it is now, it's probably 6.0, 7.0, but it could shoot up to 9. We have Suicide Squad 23. I think this is the first Oracle, maybe. Just another key issue of the run. Now we have another Superman, just a random late silver, or early silver, late golden age issue. Follow that up with Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. I think you might have seen this in one of my unboxing videos. Here's Tales to Astonish, #100, the last issue. No, this one might not be the last issue of the run. Yeah, but it's #100. Nice. Here's a Thor 133. Here is The Living Planet. I think that might be Ego. I'm not sure, but you know, one of those books that's gone up in value recently. This one's a high grade copy. Pretty nice. I think we have another 134 with the High Evolutionary here, followed by 148. I think this is the first Wrecker appearance. This is an issue that I definitely see has potential for growth in the future. This one's pretty high grade, pretty solid. I like the Wrecking Crew, just some brawlers. I like that group. Strong guys. Next up, we have first Beta Ray Bill, Thor 337. Just another semi-key issue there. And Thor 412, first New Warriors. Now we move into some X-Men. We have Juggernaut cover, X-Men #33. Here's a high-grade copy of X-Men 66 with the Hulk battle. I think this is the last, before they started doing the reprints and stuff. Then we have the combo of X-Men 141, Days of Future Past storyline, 141 there. Here's 142. Let's see, a couple copies of number 221 here. First Mr. Sinister. That's a good book and high grade to have. Then we have 244. I think this might be the first Jubilee or some minor character. After that we have first Gambit, 266. Good book to have. Then we have What If Wolverine Killed the Hulk. This is What If #31. Another book that's pretty valuable and high grade. This one is. After that we have Wonder Woman 199 and 200. You saw one of those in the last video. Here's 200 here. Just classic Bronze Age covers there. A couple X Factors to finish things off. We have #6. This is the first full Apocalypse, I believe. And #24 with Archangel there. Well, that's it for end of 2016 pickups. I do actually have one more video to show you guys just of books that I'm sending off to CGC, so I'll go ahead and film that and post it in a little bit. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.